elementary kursimizning 7-unit haqida gaplashamiz va bu yerda 4-qism 7.4 speaking and writing yozma va nutq mahoratimizni oshirishga harakat qilamiz. Goals: ask for and give opinions. Ya'ni fikrlarni so'rang va fikrlarni berishga harakat qiling. Agree and disagree. Fikrlarga qo'shiling va fikrlarga qo'shilmaslikka harakat qiling. Listening and speaking bu qismda eshitish qobiliyati va nutq mahorati. Opinions, agreeing and disagreeing. 1A. Work with a partner, discuss the questions. Sheringiz bilan ishlang va berilgan savollarni muhokama qiling. 1. Do you, your friends or your family play video games? 2. What video games do you know? 3. What's good and bad about video games? Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda savollarga javob berishga harakat qilib ko'ring. Keling endi taxminiy javoblarni ko'rib chiqamiz. Well, I don't play video games, but I have some friends who play video games. And there are a lot of video games that I know, like Call of Duty, PUBG, Counter-Strike, Global Offense, and other games. And there are a lot of good things about video games. You can just learn how to strategize, how to think critically, how to make plans. And there are a lot of bad things too, like you can just harm your health, harm your vision. Sedentary lifestyle is bad for your you will become obese. Lack of movement will lead to problems with blood circulation. You become alienated. You just waste your time if you are not careful. Exercise 1B. Compare your answers with a partner, with another pair. Bu qismda boshqa sheriklarni topib, o'z javoblaringizni taqqoslab tekshirib ko'ring. Exercise 2. Listen to the introduction to a radio program about children and video games. Answer the questions with your partner. Bu qismda bolalar va video o'yinlar haqidagi radio programmani eshiting, bunga kirishni eshiting va berilgan savollarga o'z sherigingiz bilan javob berishga harakat qiling.
Audio 7.10.
People usually think that video games are bad for children's health. But new research says that perhaps this isn't true. At a school in Hedgesville, West Virginia, in the USA, students played video games in their gym class every week. Some children didn't enjoy exercise before, but with games like Just Dance and surfing on Wii Sports Resort, they started to enjoy their gym classes. Jan Hamilton and Sarah White, two local parents, are in the studio with me to discuss this.
Keling endi javoblarni bir-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. 1. What do people usually think about video games? Well, people usually think video games are bad for children's health. 2. What did the research show? Well, the research shows that perhaps it's not true. 3. What did the children do in gym class? Well, children play video games like Just Dance and surfing on Wii Sports Resort in their gym class every week. 4. How did the children feel about this? Well, children started to enjoy the classes. Exercise 3A. Listen to two people talking on the radio program. What do they think are the good and bad things about video games? Bu qismda radio programmada ikkita odamning suhbatini eshitishimiz kerak va ularni video o'yinlar haqida nima yaxshi va nima yomon tomonlari borligi haqidagi fikrni topishga harakat qilishimiz kerak.
Audio 7.11.
Jan and Sarah, you're both parents. What do you think of this idea?
I think it's great. And it's a fun way to do exercise too.
I don't know about that. Some video games aren't okay for children because they're very violent.
Yes, but they didn't use violent games like that at the school. They were exercise games, like Just Dance.
Well, for me, it depends on the game. But you're right. Some games can be good. My son plays the football video game FIFA for hours and hours sometimes. But then he goes out to the park and plays football with his friends, and they try to do things they see on the video game.
Yes, my son is the same. What's your opinion, Jan?
Well, they want to be like their heroes.
I agree with that. They certainly do. But do we want our children to be like their heroes?
Well, an interesting discussion, but I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. Please.
Keling endi javoblarni birgalikda ko'rib chiqamiz. Well, young things exercise games are a fun way to do exercise, and that children they then want to be like their heroes. Sarah says it depends whether the video games are violent or not. Sometimes children try to do things they see in FIFA soccer when they play football, which is a good thing. Exercise 3B. Work with a partner. Use the words in the box to complete the sentence from the listening in exercise 3A. O'z she'ringiz bilan ishlang va 3A mashqdagi listeningdagi gaplarni to'ldirish uchun qisqacha berilgan so'zlarni ishlatishga harakat qiling. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. 1. What do you think of this idea? 2. I think it's great. 3. I don't know about that. 4. Yes, but didn't use games like that at the school. 5. Well, for me, it depends on the game. 6. You're right. 7. What's your opinion? 8. Yes, I agree with that. Exercise 3C. Listen, check and repeat. Bu qismda siz audioni eshitdingiz. O'z javoblaringizni yana bir bor tekshirib olgan holda bu so'zlarni, bu savollarni takrorlashingiz kerak bo'ladi.
Audio 7.12. 1.
What do you think of this idea?
2.
I think it's great.
3.
I don't know about that.
4.
Yes, but they didn't use games like that at the school.
5.
Well, for me, it depends on the game.
6.
You're right.
7.
What's your opinion?
8.
Yes, I agree with that.
Exercise 4. Work with a partner. Which phrases from exercise 3B ask for opinion and others? O'z she'ringiz bilan ishlang va 3B mashqdagi qaysi frazalarni ask for opinion, give an opinion, show the speaker agrees, show the speaker disagrees shu strukturalarga qaysi bir qo'yila olishini topishga harakat qiling. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. 1. Ask for an opinion. It's 1. What do you think of? 7. What is your opinion? 2. Give an opinion. 2. Giving an opinion. 2. I think it's great. 5. Well, for me, it depends on the game. 3. Show the speaker agrees. It's 6. You are right. And 8. Yes, I agree with that. 4. Show the speaker disagrees. It is 3. I don't know about that. 4. Yes, but they didn't use games like that at the school. Exercise 5. Work with a partner. What do you think about using video games at school? Use the phrases in exercise 3B. O'z she'ringiz bilan ishlang va maktablarda video o'yinlarini ishlatish haqida qanaqa fikrdasiz? 3B mashqdagi frazalarni ishlatgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga harakat qilib ko'ring. Keling endi taxminiy javobni ko'rib chiqamiz. Well, I agree with the idea of using video games at schools, and there are a lot of reasons for that. I think using video games will make people more interested, make children more interested in the school subject, because gamification is a really big thing nowadays at schools, because well, inherently schools are really boring, and if you gamify it, if you use video games to learn some things and to learn the facts of history, for example, it's going to be way more effective. It's about being effective, not about, well, some kind of moral hierarchy that video games are bad. Exercise 6. Work with a partner, read the sentences and read the statements and think of 3-4 ideas to complete each column of the table. O'z she'ringiz bilan ishlang va berilgan fikrni o'qigan holda har bir qismni to'ldirish uchun 3 dan 4 gacha bo'lgan ideyalarni, fikrlarni berishga harakat qiling. Companies and colleagues should help their employees and students to be fit and healthy. Arguments for and arguments against. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi taxminiy javoblarni ko'rib chiqamiz. Well, arguments for. Well, I agree with it because sometimes people have a lot of work to do and they don't know what to do. 2. And they may not be qualified for this. For example, in a company or among colleagues, there may be some physicians, some doctors that can help with that. 3. And they may be ignorant of this thing, or they may think that it's not that important. That's why they should be helped. Arguments against. First, it's their job there because they're adults, they're 20 plus, and you cannot rule people at this stage of their life. 2. And it's like interfering with others' lives. Everyone should have their private lives and everyone should make their free and conscious decisions. And 3. And sometimes people may be ignorant and sometimes people may give some kind of bad advice and it may be bad for them. It may affect even negatively and even worse to their situation. Exercise 7. Work with another pair. Discuss your arguments. From exercise 6. Use a language for speaking box to help you. Boshqa sheriklar bilan ishlang va bu qismdagi 6-mashqdagi argumentlaringizni, fikrlaringizni muhokama qiling va bu qismda language for speaking boxni o'zingiz uchun yordam sifatida ishlatishingiz mumkin. Language for speaking. Asking for, giving opinions, agreeing, disagreeing. Fikrlarni so'rash, fikrlarni berish va bu fikrlarga qo'shilish va qo'shilmaslik. Asking for opinion, ya'ni fikr so'rashda ishlatiladigan strukturalar. What do you think of? What is your opinion of? Giving opinion. I think. For me. Agreeing. You're right. I agree with that. Disagreeing. Yes, but I don't know about that. Reading and writing. Pause the website, comment o'qish va yozma mahorati oshirishga harakat qilamiz va bu qismda vebsaytda comment yozish, uzoq yozishni harakat qilamiz. Exercise 8A. Read the online article about the video game experiment. Describe the experiment to your partner. Bu qismda video game eksperimenti haqidagi onlayn maqolani o'qishimiz kerak va eksperimentni o'z sherigingizga ta'riflashga harakat qilishingiz kerak. Videoni pauza qiling va bu mashqni o'qigan holda, bu maqolani o'qigan holda javobingizni yozma ravishda berishga urinib ko'ring. Exercise 8B. Work with a partner. Answer the questions. O'z sherigingiz bilan ishlagan holda berilgan savollarga javob bering. 1. What does the writer say that the experiment shows? 2. Do you agree? Why? Why not? Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu savollarga yozma ravishda javob berishga harakat qilib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. 1. The writer says that the experiment shows that gamers live in a virtual world, not a real world. And 2, I quite agree with it because it's not about only gamers, it's all about us. Because if you look at the life in general, we spend from 24 hours, we spend 7-8 hours, maybe 6 hours for sleeping, and at least 4 or 5, even 6-7 hours on our phones. And our phones, whether it's a Google, YouTube, and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they're all virtual worlds. It's not a real world, and we're just already spending most of our lives in a virtual world. Exercise 9. Work with a partner. Read 4 comments from the website. Who agrees with the research? Who disagrees? O'z sherigingiz bilan ishlang va vebsaytdagi 4 ta komment izohni o'qing va kim research, ya'ni izlanish tadqiqotlar bilan qo'shiladi va kim unga qo'shilmaydi. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. FT from Scotland and Firas from Lebanon agrees, and Haruki from Japan and Jeff from Canada, they disagree with this research. Exercise 10. Underline the phrases in the people in exercise 9 use to agree and disagree. Compare your answers with a friend. Demak, 9-mashqda odamlar ishlatgan frazalarni demak agree va disagree, fikrga qo'shilish va fikrga qo'shilmaslik haqidagi ishlatilgan frazalarni belgilab chiqing va o'z javoblaringizni sherigingiz bilan tekshirishga harakat qilib ko'ring. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. Ular: I agree, That's right. I'm afraid I don't really agree. That's true. Exercise 11A. Read the information in the language for writing box. Bu qismda language for writing qismidagi ma'lumotlarni o'qib chiqing. Adding more information, ya'ni qo'shimcha ma'lumotlar qo'shish. We can use to and also to add more information. Demak to va also demak ham so'zlarini qo'shimcha ma'lumot qo'shish uchun ishlatishimiz mumkin. Also goes before the main verb but after the verb to be. Bu qismda also so'zi, ham so'zi boshqa fe'llardan, umumiy fe'llardan oldin va to be fe'lidan keyin ishlatiladi va bu qismda and they also relax with computers. We are also always on our phones. To goes at the end of a sentence. Demak to ham so'zi doimo gapning oxirida keladi. Watch TV for 4 hours in the evening too. Exercise 11B. Work with a partner. Rewrite the sentences using to and also. O'chiringiz bilan ishlang va berilgan gaplarni to va also so'zlarni ishlatgan holda qaytadan yozishga harakat qilib ko'ring. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni mustaqil ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Keling endi javoblarni birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. 1. He played for his local team and also played for his national team. He played for his local team and for his national team too. 2. She goes swimming every day and also goes to the gym twice a week. She goes swimming every day and she goes to the gym twice a week too. 3. He likes watching football on TV. He also likes playing it. He likes watching football on TV and he likes playing it too. 4. My cousin is a black belt in judo and she's also a black belt in karate. My cousin is a black belt in judo and she's a black belt in karate too. Exercise 12. Write a comment about the article in exercise 8A. Agree to disagree and use to also to give more information. Bu qismda 8A mashqdagi artikel maqolaga komment yozishimiz kerak va bu qismda agree disagree fikrga qo'shishimiz va qo'shilmasligimiz kerak va bu qismda qo'shimcha ma'lumot berish uchun also to so'zlarini ham ishlatishga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga urinib ko'ring. Exercise 12B. Work in small groups. Read each other's comment. Do you agree? Kichik guruhlarda ishlang, bir-biringizni izohlaringizni o'qib chiqing va bir-biringizga qo'shilasiz bilan shuni mulohaza qilib ko'ring. Exercise 13A. Task. Look at diaries on page 129. Choose one and write a comment. Agree or disagree. Use to or also to give more information. Bu qismda 129-betdagi ideyalar, fikrlarga qarang. Bittasini tanlagan holda komment yozishga, izoh yozishga urinib ko'ring va bu qismda bu fikrga qo'shing va qo'shilmaslikka harakat qilgan holda to va also so'zlarni ishlatgan holda qo'shimcha ma'lumot berishga urinib ko'ring. Videoni pauza qilgan holda bu mashqni yozma ravishda bajarishga harakat qiling. Exercise 13B. Work in small groups. Read comments from other students and write replies. Kichik guruhlarda ishlang va boshqa o'quvchilarning kommentlarini o'qigan holda bu kommentlarga javoblar yozishga harakat qiling. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Sizni keyingi darslarda kutib qolamiz.